Okay, so we're going to be looking at removing the rear tailgate trim from this S4 Avant. It's exactly the same for the A4 and the RS4 as well. This is the B7 version that we're doing today. The B6 is also very similar to this, so this guide should be enough to do the B6 or the B7. First thing to remove is going to be this interior light here. And what you need to do is remove this very carefully using a hook tool. I've got my hook tool here. What you need to do is just hook it down the back of the light, get it in as tight as you can. You don't want it to slip and scratch the lens, and then pull it towards the front, and then the whole unit will just pop out like so. Next thing we're going to do, just to detach this, is just to remove this electrical connection. This is the type that just pulls straight out. Just give it a bit of a wiggle and the whole thing will pop out, so we can now put that to one side. Okay, so with the light removed, we've got a few bolts, screws rather, across the bottom edge that we need to detach first of all. Now up inside these handles, if you look up inside there, you should see there's a little screw right in the middle there, standard Phillips size 2. So I'm going to remove these on both sides. Okay, next we've removed these two screws in here. So now there's two more screws that we've got to access from inside. So if you open up your compartment that houses your emergency triangle, as you can see the emergency triangle's already been removed. The emergency triangle normally sits in this space here. So you just remove this frame, take out your emergency triangle. If you look up inside here and here, there's the two screws here. They've actually already been removed, and whoever's refitted this tailgate hasn't put them back in, which is pretty sloppy. But on your tailgate, hopefully you'll find two screws there, so you need to remove both of those before you can proceed. Okay, so now we've got those 4 screws removed, we need to move on to the next stage. We need to unclip this bottom section from this top section on both corners. Okay, now to do this, it's a little bit tricky. What we've got to do is come up behind here with our hook tool, hook it in behind the trim here, and we're going to pull on the bottom trim straight down along with the window, and it should hopefully pop out like so. So you need to do that on both corners. Okay, so now I've detached the corners. You should see the whole thing is starting to become pretty loose. Now if we lower this down a little bit, we shine a light in there, I should be able to show you where the clips are. Okay, now I can already see it looks like one's come detached, but if you can see just at the end of my screwdriver just here is where one of the clips is, on the end of this pillar. And then you can see a little bit further in, there's the second one. This one's seems to have its clip removed, and there's 2 identical to this on the other side. So what you want to do, if I can just squeeze in, you want to feed your screwdriver down to the end of the trim and just gently try and lever it open. Just don't go crazy with it. There it is. Okay, it doesn't really doesn't take much force. Now obviously this second one in was missing, this is why it came off so easily. It'll be a little bit harder for you. That's all 4 removed. The whole panel comes off like so. Yeah, I'm just going to show you quickly the reverse of the panel. So this might make it easier for you to understand what it is you're trying to access to get this thing off. Okay, so first of all, we've got 2 screws that are within the handles on either corner, here and here. So there's 2 screws there, and then within the compartment for the emergency triangle, there's 2 screws in the centre here, and then you've got this these clips up here that need to be popped off from the part that surrounds the window. And then in addition to that, you've got 4 of these compression type clips here, 2 on either side. As you can see, half of them are actually missing, but you will have 4 here on yours. So those are all of the bits that you need to disconnect and remove to get this panel out. Okay, so to remove the rear wiper arm on the B6 and B7, A4, S4 and RS4 Avant, what we need to do first of all is remove this end cap. Easiest way to do this, if we lift this up, this gives us a little bit of space just to come in behind. There's a little clip under there, and there's another one on the bottom. There, like so. a bit of a wobble and the whole thing will pop off like so. These were the clips here on the inside. These three around the outside here, those are the three that we had to work off there. So when we were doing it, we started here, which was to release this one, then around the bottom, and then this one here, and then you can wiggle the whole thing off. Now stay there 1 second. When I pulled that off, the part that fell off on mine is actually this cap here, which fits onto the end section here. This is for the actual water to come out. This is your spray jet. So when I pulled the cap off, this popped off as well, but we're going to need to remove that anyway. So once this is off, also remove your spray jet. It literally just pops off like so. Okay, so the next stage is we need to remove this nut in the centre of the wiper here. And now to help us do that, it's a good idea to use some plus gas or some WD-40 or something like that, just to heat this up a little bit. So I'm going to put a little bit in there. And an ideal world, you want to leave that in there just for a few minutes, just to soak down the thread a little bit and work its way in behind the nuts before we try and slacken that off. So give that about 5 to 6 minutes in an ideal world before you try and slacken off that nut. Okay, so the next stage, and now we've let that soak in, is to remove this nut from the centre. So size 13, I've got a 1/4 inch wrench here, it might be a little bit small, I'd recommend a 3/8. And when you put pressure on this, just be careful that the actual wiper arm's not moving too much. If you need to, you can hold the wiper arm with one hand and try and undo it with the other. Yeah, this one's not too bad actually. There it goes. Sometimes they jam on, which is why we use the lubricant to help us dismantle it. There. Okay, next we need to remove the wiper arm from the spindle here. Now the key to this is obviously we've put our penetrating spray in to help loosen this up, and hopefully that would have worked its way down in there a little bit, so that will help us a little bit. But when you pull this wiper arm, a good tip is rather than grabbing the whole thing and just pulling straight towards you, like so, is actually to try and grab the arm and wobble it backwards and forwards in this manner rather than trying to pull it straight off. It's not always easy. Oh, this one, yeah, fantastic. That's a particularly easy one. They're not always this easy, unfortunately. But like I say, that's the key. Rather than just trying to pull it straight, it's actually to loosen it up. It's actually to wobble it a little bit on the spindle in this manner, backwards and forwards, and then you should find the whole thing will come off much easier than if you just try and pull it like so. Okay, now to remove the rear wiper motor from the Avant here. So what we need to do now is got 3 size 10 bolts across the back here. We've got one electrical connection here, and we've got the connection where the water actually comes in. Okay, so to remove these, we'll start with the electrical connection. Grab the whole thing, wiggle it backwards and forwards, like so. There it comes. Now this, the water connection disconnects here. Be a little bit careful with this, like so. And if we just do the 3 bolts clipping. Hold it in with my hand as I do this last one, because we've removed the wiper arm from the outside. There's nothing technically clamping it onto the window, and I don't want to drop it. Like so. And if you give the whole unit a bit of a wiggle, I'll show you what's happening on the outside whilst I'm doing this before it comes out completely. This entire spindle here, this whole metal section is all attached to the motor on the inside, and it's inserted through this rubber grommet, so it's quite tight within that rubber grommet. So what I'm doing is I'm just gently pulling it towards me, giving it a bit of a wiggle, and the whole thing will pop out like so. So there's the rubber grommet that I just showed you from the outside, and there's how it fits through.